Yep.
Hi guys, welcome to the meal planning call. It is Friday. It's Saturday, November 30th, 2 days after Thanksgiving. And I know we ate a lot the last few days, but it's so important to kind of get back on track and like do our food shopping today and kind of get back on track by Monday so we can maintain. And like we said, holiday is one day. So it's good to get back into routine right away if we can. So that's what we're here for. Anyways, Georgiana, is there any ideas that you have for this coming up? So, and, like food shopping lists and stuff like that to help everybody with.
Yeah. So I don't know if you guys hosted for Thanksgiving, but we always try to we did host, so we have a ton of leftovers, but mostly it's pies, which is bad and that's honestly the only fruit I have in my house right now is wrapped up in pie. So I don't even know, it's not good. But we're going to freeze the pies and we're going to bring them with us. Can you freeze pies? Do you guys know? Can you, if they're already cooked?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to freeze them. There's two that were like huge Costco ones that weren't open. So I'm going to try to freeze those. And then, so for breakfast, so here's something very interesting that I've been finding with my own, I don't know, with the meals that I'm eating and like patterns, is that I tend to eat one of two meals for breakfast. It's a pre-workout meal. I either do like eggs and some kind of green and like toast, whole grain toast, or I'll do like yogurt and granola or oatmeal as my carb and then like fruit. I find I get the best results when my breakfast is eggs. When I have yogurt, I don't know if it's because it's higher in fat with the being yogurt, but I just have better results with the eggs. So I'm going to do my favorite eggs, arugula, and toast this week. So that's going to be my breakfast all week. I'm going to eat that. It's very easy. It takes me only a couple minutes in the morning. If you don't have the time in the morning to cook, like if you're out the door, you could always eat it with hard-boiled eggs, and it's actually still pretty good. I've done it before when I had to. Like, you just have toast or some sort, and then some kind of arugula, or I like arugula, but you could use something else. And then you just slice the hard-boiled eggs and maybe put a little bit of EVOO on top, some salt and pepper, and you're good to go. So
I find
you know what's nice?
Oh my God.
The everything but the bagel seasoning. If you put that on top, that's really good. It gives it that little kick.
I find for myself, I wake up an extra, I want to say like half hour or so earlier than normal, especially if, is everybody frozen?
She's frozen.
Can you turn off the microwave? I'm frozen. Okay. I'm totally frozen. Can you guys hear me? I'm sorry about that. My husband was microwaving, and believe it or not, it freezes my whole computer. That happened. Okay, so I find I wake up an extra half hour earlier just so I can make a hot breakfast, because I have done the prepped meals where, like with the egg bacon stuff, it's good. But I find that it's so much better to have a hot meal, especially when it's cold outside. So I wake up that extra half hour because I want it. I do a lot of the steamable vegetables that you can just throw in the microwave for a few minutes. I have them hot, throw them in a frying pan, like a cup of them in the frying pan, put my egg whites right over the top with a little sprinkle of cheese, and that's my breakfast. And it takes about 6 minutes to make. I mean, it's
nice. Yeah, I know the eggs. It's really like minutes. You know, it's as long as it takes to toast a piece of bread, and then it's done.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so,
and then yay, she made it.
How I slept this night. I literally just woke up and I looked at my phone. I thought it was gonna be like 7 o'clock. I like looking. I'm like, 9:08. They're cold. I'm so sorry.
You're alive. We're just happy you're alive, girl. We're just so happy you're alive.
I mean, I used to sleep this late, but like I went to bed at like 11 o'clock. Like
I'm the same girl. I was the same. I woke up at 7 and I was hoping it was 5, and it was not.
Jada, you're on. That makes me happy. Hey.
And Karen.
Oh no, Karen's always on the Jaden's like a guest star appearance. That's awesome.
Karen hasn't been on in a while though, but yeah, I'm happy everybody's on. This is great.
I'm gonna make.
We were just
wipe off yesterday's makeup, and then I'm gonna come back on.
We were just talking about breakfast and how, like, I was saying when, like, this time of year, especially when it's cooler, I like to make hot breakfasts in the morning. And while my eggs are cooking and the egg whites and like the vegetables and stuff, I'll throw in a little cup of oatmeal in my microwave for 40 seconds with some water. And I just heat, and so I have my protein, my vegetable, my carb, and then I throw some fruit in my oatmeal with some maple syrup, and I have all the food groups in one shot.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you put your oatmeal in the eggs. I was like, wow.
No.
Gotcha.
So yeah, so I always am an advocate of having every single food group when I wake up in the morning, just because it definitely drives my day like good, because it's like a perfect combination of every food group. But some people can't have that. They don't like eating in the morning when they wake up. Jaden, I know, is one of them. So
I got used to
what works for you, you know?
Yep, absolutely. I never would have ever thought that I would eat before I worked out. I thought, that's crazy. I'm going to puke. Like, that's insane.
Yeah.
But when I did 80-Day Obsession, almost a year and a half ago, that's when I started doing it, because it's what the program called for you to do it. Like, they said you have to have a pre-workout meal, and I'm like, What's crazy though, in the beginning I never puked, which was good, but your body gets used to it. Like, now I wake up and I'm like, within 5-10 minutes of being awake, I'm like, oh God, I gotta eat, you know? Like, your body just adjusts.
If you do it like any other thing, and that's why 21 Day Fix, I feel, is such a great program to start with. If you do it for the 21 days straight, even if you start off small, you will eventually get used to the routine that you want to have, as opposed to just doing wishy-washy, whatever your body feels like doing. Because what happens is your metabolism does not go until you put something in your body. If you put something in your body, it's not only just water or coffee, but like a substantial heavy, like something that you're eating in your body, your metabolism will kick on and you'll feel different throughout the rest of the day. 100%. Your body just has a natural flow to it that'll just keep going, and you'll get hungry at the exact times you're supposed to get hungry. You'll eat at the exact times you're supposed to eat. Your body will just have its own clock that will keep your metabolism going. A lot of times people think that I eat one meal a day, I'm fine, but that's your metabolism completely stops, and so you put the weight on. And I think that's a perfect example. Like, Jaden is a great example. Like, a lot of times he doesn't eat all day, and then at like 9 o'clock at night, you'll eat a big meal and stuff. So you have to remember that if you, sorry, Jaden, I didn't mean to call you out.
No, my hubs does the exact same thing, and he's got like 40-50 pounds to lose, and he doesn't come off because he does not eat all day. It's a chore. He works in construction. So like for him, especially in the heat, when it's hot in the summer, he cannot eat. He just drinks water all day, because it's like, if he eats, he will puke, you know, like, because of the heat.
Yeah.
But his body just, like, now he will bring food with him to work, but he's not consistent.
Exactly.
He doesn't do it every day. You know, his body is more likely to starve itself all day, and then he finally eats.
And then when your body starves itself, the minute it puts food in, it keeps it there. It goes nowhere, because it's storing it everywhere to like keep you like get starving.
Yep.
So I think it's important to, I know people get crazy like, oh, 6 times a day, I'm gonna gain weight, but you're not, because your body's just gonna get rid of it. It's just gonna keep flowing and keep going. So I think breakfast is very important. If you like it to be a warm, fresh breakfast, get up a half hour earlier and make it happen, because it's very
Or if you can't, those egg baked things are great. Like, so like if you're Karen, I know, works out of the house, Carrie Danielle does as well, and so do you, but you're up a little bit later in the day probably, right? So for us, we can wake up, but if you can't, those egg baked things with the sweet potatoes on the bottom, and then you put some vegetables, and then you put some, it's delicious. And
my husband also makes those quiches.
Oh yeah, those are good.
The crust isn't the best thing for you, but it's all egg white, spinach, and a little bit of cheese. And he cuts them in quarters, and the whole quarter is like whatever 300 calories, and it's like a cup of, it's like a red, a green, and like a half of a blue each piece. So it's perfect.
And a yellow.
Oh, half of a yellow?
A yellow for the crust, right?
Oh, yellow for the crust. Yeah, a yellow for the crust, or not even a full yellow. Probably a half a yellow or 3/4. And it's a great thing, and you just heat up.
I watched him make it.
Yeah.
He uses those Baby Bell cheeses. Those are great.
They taste so good. All right, so lunch. You want to get on to lunch or this week or?
Well, I know that, so my husband, he's the real chef around here. He does most of the cooking. I do like cooking, but he does the most of it. He already said he already has the bones from the turkey. We're going to make a turkey soup. So that'll be nice and warm. And then I've also done it before with turkey leftovers where I make my salad with turkey instead of chicken. Okay. And I'll do like craisins in it. I'll do some cheese. I'll do the turkey and then whatever kind of greens we have. And you could throw other vegetables in there too if you want to. But that's what I'll probably do is probably have either the salad or soup, or maybe I'll do both. I'll have soup and salad.
Yeah. This week
that might
definitely, nice. I found at Costco, the really big packages, there's 3 of them, I think, of turkey chop meat. So I bought that, I put it in the freezer, and I take one out, and it's so easy to make. Like, you can even make it frozen. Like, it just defrosts as you cook it. I'll either do for lunches this week, I'll do the taco turkey chop meat, or I'll do the sloppy joe turkey chop meat, and then I'll put it with a vegetable for lunch really quick. Like, so I like to make the warm lunches as well. Last week or 2 weeks ago, I did the salads, and I was like done by the end of the week. I was done with salads. So this week I'm going to do turkey chop meat with a vegetable. I don't know about anybody else.
Anybody else for breakfast or lunch? Any ideas?
I was half getting my coffee. Look at this mess right now. But I was listening to what you guys were saying about breakfast, and it's so funny because I also used to be somebody who didn't eat breakfast. Growing up, was like fine with just waking up at 11 o'clock or whatever time my body woke up because I was such a sleeper when I was younger. And then when I started going to work, I also just wasn't in the habit of eating something. And I think my body wasn't used to that. And there is intermittent fasting, which is something where you can start eating a little bit later during the day, but they do also suggest that you still eat on an 8-hour window. So even if you're not a breakfast person, I think for some people that does work, but you need to be eating continually throughout the day. I think that sometimes, like, we're Americans who are so gluttonous and so lucky that we forget that food is actually fuel for your body. So, like, the reason you eat breakfast, the reason every single society has carbs in the morning is because carbs are energy for your body. And you're supposed to be having that early on in the day. So if you're having a bowl of pasta at dinner with spaghetti sauce and meatballs and all that kind of stuff just at dinner, your body is physically not having enough time during the day to burn that off. So that all is just going to sit on your body. So I think sometimes, like, we forget, like, the origins of food and why we're eating it. And I know it sounds so like, oh my God, I don't even want to think of that. But that's why they do suggest your carbs and your fruit in the morning. It gives your body energy. So that way your body is able to burn off and work all this stuff off during the day. And that's why at night, like, yeah, you're just filling yourself with your vegetables and a little bit of protein to keep yourself going, but that consistent protein throughout the day, and then actually, like, basing your fuel as you need it throughout the day. Like, that's how we're supposed to be doing it. I just think as Americans, it's like, oh, well, I have this and I have that, because we have every opportunity to eat what we want. And we're kind of spoiled by that. But we really should, like, at least think of why we should be eating throughout the day.
Like, keep it simple and primal almost.
Yeah, it's true. Like, it's every
Yeah, with the intermittent fasting, it's really interesting because I know I've heard Autumn talk about it, but she said, like, when we sleep, we're fasting. So when you wake up, you got to break that fast. That's what breakfast is, right? So like that sleeping is 8 hours of not eating. So we've already fasted.
For like, I want to say a week or two. And when I tell you, I got to be at work at 9 o'clock and I waitress, and I know that's like whatever, but you have to be on the ball with, like, remembering, and, like, when I tell you the amount of mistakes and one of my cooks said to me, like, you're not eating, are you? Because you're not yourself. Like, you're making mistakes. You don't know. I don't know what's going on. I have to legit eat every single thing before I leave the house and have, like, at least 2 cups of coffee. Like, I need to be, like, even before I do a workout, I have to eat, because I know within those 15, 20 minutes, I'm hungry again. Like, I really am. I'm hungry again within a half hour. So I eat before my workout, because by the time I'm done with my workout, especially when I was doing Transformation 20, I was starving by the time the workout was done in 20 minutes. Like, so hungry, I could eat 10 hamburgers. So it was
Because
crazy.
think of it, like we just said, think of it primally. Your body is burning off all of that energy. You have nothing to replenish your body for. So you're like, I just did all this work. Like I need something to keep going. I just did all this work and I burned all the gasoline out of my car. My gas tank is on E. You need fuel in your body. It sounds so stupid, but it's true.
No, it's true.
And I think the misconception with intermittent fasting is a lot of people think you can start in the afternoon, and some people do start later. But because it's a 8-hour window, like you're really supposed to be doing it in the morning. So you would start it before you went to work, have it during the morning, and you would be done eating by like 5 o'clock. Like you're not supposed to be eating. I'm just going to do it from 12 to 8 o'clock at night. Like for a lot of, there's different concepts with intermittent fasting, but everything that I've ever looked into says you're supposed to do that block in the morning. So like literally you're done eating by like 5, 6 o'clock and you can't take another bite of anything.
I don't think I would like that, to be honest.
Some people in Beachbody do it. Some coaches
Some people do, and some people, if that's your way, it's perfect.
Yeah.
So I think for dinners, okay, so lunches,
Lunches are good. Well, for me, I know dinners already too, if you want.
Yeah, I know my dinners.
Chili. I know we're doing chili this week.
Hold on, guys. So for dinners, I did for Thanksgiving this. One more shot. So for dinners, for Thanksgiving, I always I had Jaden go shopping for me, which he's such a good. I wish he could talk. We can't hear him. He's such a good cook. Honestly, he really is. He went shopping for me for Thanksgiving this year. He got 2 turkey breasts, just white meat turkey breasts. They were like, I don't know, $8 to $12. I think he bought an $8 one and a $12 one. We threw them in the crock pot and they literally come apart like butter. So I'm going to do that again this week. I put a little bit of gravy in there that I made on the stove, like fresh gravy with flour and butter. I know it's got flour and butter, but like I did that. I put a little bit in the crock pot. It was like perfect. And I'm going to do that this week with mashed cauliflower. And that's probably it for dinners for me.
Yeah, I know Mike said he's like, how about chili? And I'm like, oh, and then we have a London broil. So we're going to do a London broil. It's already in the freezer, so we're going to thaw it out and do that. Probably, I don't know how. Maybe, I guess on the grill. And then, like, I usually, like, with that, something like that, I'll put, like, a sweet potato, like a half a sweet potato with it. Keep it really simple. You can either do them in the Instapot or you can do them in the oven. I like them with the crispy outside, so I tend to do them in the oven. And then any kind of vegetable, anything, and everything that we have from Thanksgiving, we have the carrots. You can eat those. Those are healthy. We just did like honey on those, but everything else was like creams and wasn't healthy. So
yeah. And
my kids don't eat it, so I just feel so bad I'm going to be throwing all this food away.
Oh man, Shakeology. I decided I'm going vanilla all the way every day. Just my favorite flavor with the cherry.
Really? You're one of those?
I am a vanilla.
How do you do it?
I never thought in a million years that I would like vanilla. And
vegan vanilla or regular?
What?
Vegan vanilla or regular?
No, regular. My husband made a good point though. Like if you get vanilla based anything, you can make anything out of vanilla. Like you can make chocolate out of vanilla if you want to. You put cocoa in it. He's like, so vanilla is always like a good base to have because you can, and he's right. Like, and I personally like it with the frozen cherries, cinnamon, and vanilla extract, and it's like addicting. So I just right now I'm in that zone. I'm keeping it my Shakeology vanilla from now on. I'm ordering all 3 of them vanilla from now on. 3 people in my house because that's what I drink. So
I've heard the people putting the cocoa in because I'm such a chocolate person. I love the chocolate so much. Have you tried it with the cocoa?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. Tell me how it is when you do.
Yeah, I'm in the vanilla zone, so I'm just like loving it. So, and Jaden's gonna start drinking it on Monday. Right, Jaden? Is Jaden frozen? Oh, there he is. You're gonna start drinking it Monday? Okay. Yeah. Oh.
Anybody else have plans for food yet?
How was your Thanksgiving, Karen? Good?
It was quiet. It was just my family, so I didn't go off the rails completely, but we have way more leftovers than I want to have right now. So it kind of extends into the weekend, and that's where I get into trouble. It's not the actual day, it's the continuation of things, but it was good. It was,
Aw.
yeah. I'm having internet issues, so if I lose you guys, it was kind of getting frozen before, so.
Yeah.
But I have a lot of squash in my house, so I'm going to be doing stuff with acorn squash, butternut squash, and spaghetti squash because I'm just going to roast everything this weekend. I think I'm going to make butternut squash soup because we're supposed to get like 2 feet of snow this weekend, and I want soup. So I think that's what I'm going to be doing for dinner, maybe lunches. I'm not sure yet. I haven't decided. Has anybody used any kind of low-fat recipe for butternut squash soup?
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna find one
I
because
think we did do one once. I found, you know who has a really good one is Carrie. I know she makes that a lot.
okay.
I'll try to find it from her. I've made it, and what I found with it, it was delicious, but it didn't come out quantity that much, and I felt like it came out too thick. But I guess it could always be thinned out. Like you could always just add more liquid to it.
Yeah, I've done it with well, when I used to make it, it was with cream. So I'm just trying to find something as that alternate. I use vegetable stock to thin it, and we'll see.
I wonder if you use either unsweetened coconut milk might be nice, or unsweetened, because that kind of like, I feel like the coconut kind of has it kind of goes with that for some reason.
What if you add Greek yogurt to it, or just tapioca starch?
Yeah, that's actually not a bad idea. I'm gonna experiment with it. I'll let you know how it turns out because that's what I want. I'm still in that like herb mode and kind of like earthy.
Oh,
you know what I would do? Starch that would thicken it up.
I bet you if you go to Confessions of a Fit Foodie, everything that woman makes is unbelievable. I bet you she has a recipe.
Yeah,
that's great because I usually refer people to her.
Awesome.
Or some yellow peas, my husband suggested, but I know they're a lot of fat. I think they're carbs, right? Peas, but you might be able to do a little bit in there just to.
Yeah.
Also, I just wanted to talk about before. I don't know how much longer we have, but I know there's a lot of new people that have signed up in the last 2 months that aren't on the call. But I just wanted to talk about just some things you can do to kind of, I think, kickstart your metabolism a little bit, or just like cut some stuff out of like immediately, like when you start 21 Day Fix, like to kind of like shift yourself a little bit slowly, just to up your water. That's a big one. Obviously, we all know that, but like just anybody that's new that might be watching this call, they say to double your water intake and like, I don't know, what was it? Drink half your body weight in ounces.
Half your body weight in ounces. So if you weigh 100 pounds, you're going to want to drink 50 ounces.
50 ounces. If you weigh 200 pounds, you're going to want to drink 100 ounces. Okay, so that's that. And also, my suggestion for me personally, if you're first starting and you're doing like some kind of shift in food, it's not easy, but I think it changed a lot for me, was drinking my coffee black. I know it's a little crazy in the beginning, and I know some people do almond milk. And that's fine. But I really highly always recommend, if you're a coffee drinker, to try to do it black as much as you can, just because it cuts out so many unneeded calories and sugar that you might, be consuming. In the beginning, when I first started, I was doing vanilla extract and cinnamon, just so at least it had the smell of like really good coffee, but then it ended, but it was still black coffee. But that's my suggestion. I don't know if anybody else has any other tips for somebody who's just starting to really think about their diet, like think about changing their diet, their mindset towards food to help.
My big suggestion, because I remember in the beginning, I always ran into this problem, was I would be confused and I didn't know what to eat. And I don't know, what containers do I have left? And every time I would go to my coach and be like, I don't know what to eat. What do I eat? I don't know. What is that container? Because in the beginning, you don't know what the reds are. You don't know what the greens are. So it's kind of is get accustomed to the food lists and looking at, if you're using the portion fixed containers, have them somewhere where you can easily access them, maybe on your phone, where you can constantly be checking them, maybe a saved picture on your phone or something like that. There's also the Beachbody app, but I never got into the app, and the app didn't exist when I started. So what I used to do was, I had on my refrigerator, I would just have like a brief outline of what I was going to eat, like breakfast, shake, lunch, egg salad, dinner, just so I could visually see, okay, wait. And then I would also track my containers on my fridge, but I'm somebody who was home all day. So it was easy for me to go up to my fridge and be like, okay, I just had a red, a green, and a yellow. And in the beginning, it takes some time to get used to it, but that's all normal. And if you're ever feeling like that overwhelmed feeling of not knowing what to do or what to eat, write it down. Get out a piece of paper. It does not have to be, a novel. You just write down so that you can kind of grasp like what you're going to be eating for that day. Have a written plan, as brief as you want it to be, of just what you're going to eat the next day before you go to bed the night before, and you'll feel a little bit more in control and knowing what to eat and what to do.
I think also, Jaden left. Did he leave? Oh, I think also having like what you said, having the actual, I think it's in the materials section of 21 Day Fix, that you can print out your little like sheet that says like reds, and I use.
And it's also in the Challenger Journal.
Yeah,
like
I use
the whole thing. So that's why that's good too.
I used it religiously in the beginning, and I literally marked down. I had a yellow, a green, a blah, 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 blah for breakfast. I had this, and I did. I even marked down like all my teaspoons and my tables, like whatever I was using religiously, even when I was using oil to cook or anything like that, just so I, like you said, you had a sense of control over what you were eating. Once you get into the swing of things, though, it's very second nature, I feel. And it's actually such a good feeling, like even being on these meal planning calls, to be able to say, okay, this week coming up, I'm making this, this, and this for breakfast, lunch, dinner. And of course, you can add your snacks in, being Shakeology or a cup of fruit or a Beachbody bar or whatever you choose to do. So, and it becomes also to writing the times was a big thing for me. So if I had breakfast, I'd say I'd eat my breakfast every day at 7. My snack was at 10:30. My lunch was at 2 o'clock. My other snack was at 3:30. My dinner was at 6. And my last snack of the day was like at 9. So I literally wrote it down, like the times that I was eating, until my body got used to exactly knowing those times, like biologically. That was a big, and I even took like, permanent marker and wrote on my containers what time I was going to eat them. So I knew. So that was a big one for me too.
I think the most consistent thing that helped me always was these calls, writing down on Sunday, getting everything done on Sunday. Because if I said, I'm going to stop and get something on Monday, or, I don't know what I'm going to do about lunches. Yeah. Like, it was such a hassle for me to sit here. And I used to sit down and like feel so overwhelmed and be like, I have this container left. How do I just add that to something? But I just worked through it or asked my coach about it and had everything done on Sunday in little container. For me, I work out of the house, so I can't make anything fresh. Jealous of warm breakfast in the morning. But I work out of the house all day long. So everything is containerized. On Sunday night, it's just plastic containers. So that way I don't have the, now what do I do feeling. If I came home from work on a Tuesday at 7 o'clock at night and there wasn't a container in the fridge, you better believe I was getting some sort of takeout or some sort of drive-through. And I didn't want to do that to myself. You're setting yourself up to fail. So having all of the containers, every single thing was measured out. It doesn't matter if I was coming home every single night and I was eating the exact same thing for dinner. There was 5 separate containers in the fridge to get me through the week. And then if I did slip up on something, I had to just say, okay, that was today. I was honest about it in the group. I always tried to say, like, identify why I messed up. Was it I was fussy from work and I was hungry, so I stopped on the way home? I didn't allow myself to get home and have dinner. Like, did I have a bad day and I was self-sabotaging by eating because of that? Or like, what was kind of the reason of it? Was it because I was craving a carb in the morning and I didn't have a carb in my breakfast? Like, trying to really pay attention to it and then give yourself grace. Like if you screw up and you have something on Monday you shouldn't have had, okay, write it down, confess it in the group, and the next day start over. Don't allow for that to be a snowball. And every other time I was always like, well, I screwed up on Monday, so Tuesday's gonna be bad too. Or, oh, it's the weekend, I'm just gonna go gung-ho and eat whatever I want. And on the weekends, I used to also not continue this process. And then everything I did good Monday through Friday, workouts or food, was gone on the weekends because I was eating like a slob on the weekends. And that was counteracting everything that I did. So like to realize that like weekends do count, and you're allowed to have like a cheat meal. You're allowed to go out every now and again and have something, but it can't be that your cheats are more than what you're doing. And on the weekends, I was way more eating more calories than I was during the weekend and overdoing everything that I did during the week. So I think that remembering that weekends do count.
They say the 80-20% rule is so important. And like I heard a coach say on one, like not 80-20% every single day of the week, but 80-20% over a week's worth or over the month. Like, so if you know you have 3 parties this month that you're definitely going to, 3 weekends out of the month that have like, I don't know, baby shower, or you have this or something, you know what's going on. Like try to like almost like work your way to that day. Like try to stay, like, you know, like your schedule for the month or you know your schedule for the week. I tried to say, okay, so from now until now, I'm staying major on track. I'm so proud of myself because by the time that day comes, it's like, wow, I stayed on track this whole time. I allow myself to, you know, eat that 20% and like not have to worry about like what's going on, you know. So every time I talk, I feel sorry about all the noise in the background. But so yeah, so pretty much, you know, I kind of go like the weeks that I don't have anything going on, and I know it's like date night on Thursday night, my husband and I will go out and we do, you know, we go out to eat, we have drink, whatever it is. You know, it's like almost something, I know it's like you shouldn't look forward to eating badly, but at the same time, it's like keeps me a bit motivated at times too. So to know that like Thursday night I'm going out, or Friday, I'm going to save it till Friday, and or whatever the case is. So.
I'm gonna take a picture.
That's good because I got a couple pictures, but they weren't everybody.
Aww.
Ugh. What is this? All right, whatever.
Do it again.
I'm gonna do it again. Everyone smile. Okay, good.
Just so you know, I got a free gift from Zoom, and our meeting has gone a lot longer because they gave me an extra meeting time.
Oh, a free gift. Maybe it's a Black Friday deal.
Yeah, they do it every now and again.
I got an extra 40 minutes, so that's why we're still here, like rambling. So if there's anything else anybody wants to talk about.
Yeah. I mean, I think I'm pretty good for the week. I know, you know, thank God for Mikey, right? Daddy does a lot of cooking, doesn't he?
Karen, I just sent you Confessions of a Fit Food. He does have a butternut squash soup. Excuse me. I just sent you a link for it. I've never tried it, but it does look really good.
Yeah,
I'm doing it, so I'll let you know. Thank you.
Yeah, let us know because everything she makes is like phenomenal. So if it doesn't work out, I'd be surprised.
She's on our team.
She is on our team.
She is on our team? Who is it?
She's Flawless Empire coach. Yep.
What's her name?
Nancy Lynn.
I sent her a message on Instagram once, and she said she's in the group technically. I don't think she's like really active in doing anything.
Okay.
She really just focus on her blog. But when she started, she was a Flawless Empire coach. So I think she still gets the stuff. And if you've ever noticed, Lori from Glory Farmhouse, what is her?
Yeah, Glam Farmhouse.
Glam Farmhouse. She was drinking from a Shakeology shaker cup the other day. She was making shots in it, but she was drinking from a Shakeology shaker cup the other day.
Oh, wow.
Every now and again. I don't think she's in our...
She was a challenger. She's not anymore.
Oh, really?
No.
Who is it?
Like, you'll see probably after Christmas. She always does a 3-day refresh.
Does she really?
3-day refresh, and she talks about she does a 3-day cleanse, and you could tell by exactly what she's making that it's a beach body thing, but I guess she doesn't like
Oh, maybe she is then.
You know, I haven't ordered it yet, but my plan was to actually do the 21-day reset. I'm nervous, though, to do it in January. I don't know if anybody wants to do it with me.
I don't want to do that long yet. I'm definitely doing a 3-day refresh starting January 6th.
Okay.
That's new that's watching this. Yeah. So I'm gonna be putting out posts to like order it in between Christmas and New Year's, and I'm also running a free group in between Christmas and New Year's.
Okay.
Informations and like just doing gratitude.
Oh,
So if
yeah, I love that.
yeah,
That's great.
if anybody's interested, Karen, if you're interested, it's a free group. We're just going to practice on like visualizing 2020, what our dreams are, like gratitude, what we're thankful for, stuff like that. I want to teach people how to get a journal, write it every day, write our visions of what we want for our future, blah blah blah. Future coaches, join us, whatever you want to do. So that would be amazing. And I'm gonna do the 3-day refresh January 6th. That leads up to prep week for Bar Blend. That's my goal. That's my plan.
Well, that's why I was thinking I could do the ultimate reset when I do Bar Blend, because Bar Blend, you don't think I can?
I don't know, Barb, did you try the sample workout?
I did.
I was like sweating my butt off. I couldn't see myself doing that. If I was doing ultimate reset. Seems intense.
I was sweating.
I want to do both.
What's the 21-day reset?
Okay, so it's called the Ultimate Reset. It's 21 days long. It's basically a cleanse. It's a detoxifying cleanse, but you're eating very specifically what they tell you to eat, and you eat a lot. Like you will not be hungry at all, but it's just like the food combinations that they tell you. What's nice about it is it takes the guesswork out of what to cook and what to make. But it's like certain foods have to be paired together, you know? I've never done it before. And you also take their shakes. They give you shakes. It's similar to Shakeology. I'm sure there's Shakeology in there as well, but there's other things in addition that's supposed to help you naturally clean out your body. Nothing has any kind of, you know, it's not going to be like you're in the bathroom. It's like white pants approved. You know what I mean? Like, but I've been a coach now for like not quite 4 years, but almost 4 years. And I've been doing these programs over 4 years, 4.5 years, and I've never done it. And it's always been like on my bucket list of something I've wanted to do, but I'm honestly intimidated by it. It's a little bit, you know, because I'm like, you know, I just feel like I've seen other people. I just worry if I can do it, but I've seen other people do it and have great success. So,
Karen, have you ever done 3-day refresh?
I have. I liked it.
It's that for 21 days. So I feel like
no, it's not. It's not the same. It's not
it's
the
like
same.
the 3-day refresh, but you eat a lot more food with it because you're doing it for 21 days to sustain your body.
And you're eating huge amounts of food. Huge, not just like a healthy. You're eating. I think you are still eating vegan.
Yeah.
I don't think you're eating any like animals or anything.
No proteins.
I felt like that by the 3rd day of 3-day refresh, I could do it for the rest of my life. Because those first 2 days are deadly. By day 3, you wake up and you're like light on your feet. You're like light as a feather. I feel like you can think clearly. It's almost like it's like going through a detox and then waking up and feeling like I want to live again. You know, it really is. It's like, for me, the 2nd day of 3-day refresh is always the worst. And then by the 3rd day, I'm like, wow, I could do this forever. So it's like I don't even miss anything. I don't miss sugar. I don't miss cookies and carbs. I miss nothing.
I miss Energize though. When that's a 3-day refresh, I'm like, I can't wait till I can have Energize again.
Really? Yeah.
Yes. I'm addicted.
I take 2 sips of Energize and I am crawling the walls. And if I do it for 2 or 3 days straight, I'm like, I could join the Olympics in gymnastics.
But do you have that with coffee? If I have coffee during a day, I don't have Energize.
No, I have it with coffee, so I'm fine. Like if I drink,
I don't drink coffee that much.
Yeah, I can't.
I have Energize with coffee. Yeah.
With at the same time. That's why you go.
No, but like on the same day. If I have it on the same day, I feel like my heart's race. I don't feel good if I have both of them. On the same
So
day.
you just have Energize, not coffee?
Yeah. Yep.
No, I can't do that. I have to have coffee. I don't think Energize is the same thing for me as coffee. I'm scared to make that shift.
All right, guys, I got to go tend to these.
All right, yeah. This
whimpering.
is close, nice and long. We were able to finish and be productive. So I hope everyone that's new, got something out of this. If anybody has any questions, of course, you can reach out to any of us. We're all coach. Karen, are you a coach? No. Why not? Why not? You're not a coach?
Yes, she is. She's a discount coach.
Oh,
I'm a
you
discount coach, but I'm not a coach.
are. Okay. But people could still ask you questions
You
if
could
they
be
have
anytime you want.
If they have a question, you can answer it, right?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
You
The
can
good
reach
thing
out
is
to any of us. Jaden's a coach. If he doesn't have the answer, he can ask me because I'm his coach. So, and any of us, if you have any questions about, I had a few questions last night about containers and the actual, the last thing really quick, I'm glad this call is going a little longer. I was thinking, and I can help Georgiana and Carrie Danielle out, if we could do the weekly email possibly on Fridays instead of Sundays, because there is a meal plan in there. It'll give people time and maybe prompt them a little bit more to look at the email Friday night so they can go shopping Saturday and Sunday.
Actually, you know what? We can do that now
Okay.
because we moved our call in that we wouldn't have been able to because it's really up to Carrie Danielle because she's been doing most of them. But
I didn't put you on the spot.
But as far as because now we're moving the meal planning calls to Thursday.
Yeah.
But I know she works Friday.
Okay.
We might have to wait till Saturday. I don't know.
Okay.
It's up to you, Katie.
Sorry, we could work something out. The other day I did it at work actually on my lunch break and I was able to bang it out in like a half an hour and still eat my lunch. So if that means having more help doing it and then because we do it like rotationally. So
yeah, not lately
that would be better.
I'm gonna have to like learn it so that I'm gonna have to do it. I mean,
it's easy.
I can show you. It's super easy.
So easy.
The hang of it, you're like, oh, that's what I was worried about.
We can take a few minutes. I can even come to you and I can learn it. Because I don't go to work now till 11 on Fridays and I'm up at 5 a.m. So I could bang it out on Friday morning quick. I know
That'd be great. That'd be amazing.
And then I can Friday morning send it out, let everybody know. And then
you know what's good about that too is that we can post that the upcoming. Oh no, because the call would have happened. Oh, never mind. I think it works out great though. I think it's better the earlier the better.
Yeah, because then it gives people Saturday and Sunday to be like, because some people work Sunday, some people work Saturday, so they can't go food shopping and stuff.
Yeah.
So, like I work Sundays all day, so I can't food shop on Sunday. Like I do my food shopping Saturday. So if our meal plan, if our email's coming on Sunday afternoon, and I get all these wonderful recipes, and I'm like, I could have made that. I could have made that. So maybe some other people might feel like. And it'll prompt them too to actually look at the email and be like, I'm getting my meal plan.
True. You know, I'm wondering if there will be more people looking at it on a Friday versus a Sunday or Monday. Maybe there will be. I don't know.
Yeah. So I don't know if that would work for you, Carrie.
It's fine with me.
Yeah. All right. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
No, that's totally fine. Like I said, I did it at work the other day and I banged it out so I can get them done on Fridays.
Perfect. Okay, and
All right.
like I said, if we can rotate it, I have to learn it, and that's fine with me, and I don't have a problem with that.
You'll be so happy when you know it, and it doesn't take much. And you can, and then you could YouTube anything too.
No, I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
So
it's so easy.
I YouTube it all.
Perfect. Yeah, I know. I'll Google it and I learned. Yeah, exactly. YouTube it. So. All right, so I guess we're ending the call. Again, if anybody has any questions, reach out to any of us, and have a great weekend and happy shopping.
Thank you.
Happy food shopping. All right, guys. Have a great day.
Bye.